Hi guys, today I am going to tell you about Duolingo classrooms. And this is something that I use as an extra credit activity at my school. My school is pretty strict about their textbook, and the testing procedures that they do are common amongst all the classes, so I really have to stick to the textbook so that they can pass their standardized tests. But this is something I use as extra credit for the really motivated students. Also, I find that the Korean tests are really focused on things like spelling and memorizing lists of vocabulary, and it doesn't necessarily encourage authentic speaking skills. This website is more for the students who really have a passion for learning how to speak English well. They want to travel, or they want to learn how to communicate with a friend or pen pal or something like that. It's more for students who really just have a genuine desire to communicate rather than the students who want to get a grade. So I offer this as an extra credit, and I think it's just a way to help them get started on their own self-learning program. It shows them that there are a lot of tools that they can use to teach themselves in their spare time if they really are motivated to learn how to speak. So I like to help them get started using this. I've used it myself, and I find that it's really effective. I've used it to review languages that I already took lessons in. I've learned it to learn completely new languages. It's very useful. So let's start with logging in. Now, I created a new account for myself today so I could do this demonstration with you. So let's log in. And after I log in, you can see create another classroom. So if I wanted to, I could create another classroom. And I already made a classroom, but let's make one. We'll call it FHSU2. And let's see, what do we want to learn? You can see there are many languages that you can choose from. High Valerian is even an option if you want to Game of Thrones out. Greek. I chose Spanish for our class because in America that's generally the class language that most people want to learn. And then you continue to next and invite students. We'll go continue to next. I'm not sure what language I chose, but you can choose to share a classroom link or create accounts for students. This is good for students who are young who don't have email access, but if they have an email, then you just copy and paste and share the link. So if you share this link, continue, then the students will go here and log in. Just click into the tab where you're putting your web page, and it'll bring you to a prompt that says Join Classroom. Now, I can't show you that today because I have to log out of the professor's account and log in as a student, and it gets really complicated. I tried a version where I show you how to log in as the student, but it's not really that helpful, and it is very difficult to show. Now, this does follow the ISTE standards. 6A, foster a culture where students take ownership of their own learning goals and outcomes in both independent and group settings, because they really do take ownership of their own learning. And also 5A, use technology to create and adapt personalized learning experiences that foster independent learning, because the progress is based completely on what a student gets right. If they make many errors, then it will repeat where they need more practice and skip over stuff that they've got down easily, quickly, and 100% perfect. So it's customized to the student. So let's go to FHSU Spanish class. I added my own personal account to this. Now, I haven't done any of the making assignments yet because I want to show you this part. Over on the left, you can see the tab. You can see students. That's what we're in now. That will show you a list of students, and you can see if their assignments are completed, late, or missed. General summary. And if you click on the student, you can also see their activity log, which will show you how often they have completed and what lessons they've done, how many they got wrong. It'll show you actually details about what they did during their sessions. But let's go, and you can see the Spanish curriculum that tells you what the lessons are, what it is that you're going to be learning in each section, so that you can choose what to assign. Depending on if you're doing a textbook, you can correlate it with a textbook. So let's do an assignment. So we'll create an assignment. and collect points or complete a skill. Let's see, let's collect points. And we'll pick an XP goal of, let's say, 50 XP, and it will be due tomorrow. So it will be due, not 3 a.m. We'll say midnight. Assign now. Okay, schedule an assignment for later. Assign now. So assignment is due. So now, on my personal account that is a student of this classroom, I will get a notification that says, I need to do 50 XP by tomorrow. Now let's do another assignment that is a new assignment. So let's do this one that's complete a skill. So as you can see, when I showed you the Spanish curriculum tab that was over here, it showed you different sections of vocabulary. So maybe I want to say they need to complete the animals. They need to complete the animals, and we'll give them, how about a week? So we'll say a week to do it. Choose a time, 12 a.m. We like midnight. Assign now. Okay, so the assignment is due. Now, as a student, I will see these assignments in my classroom, and I can go in and it will show me if they are late, if they are missed, or they're completed. And you can see that again all in your Students tab. So that's how you use Duolingo for classrooms. It's really up to you to explore the program and see if there's some lessons that correlate to what it is you want them to do. I usually have a goal for my students in the Korean classroom just to get to level 7 or 10, depending on if it's a beginner class or an intermediate class, before the end of the semester. And I'll say, ask me if you have any questions. And often the students will come in with their little Duolingo app and say, what's going on with this? And one thing that's really helpful for the students when they use Duolingo is that if they get an answer wrong, there will be a pop-up at the bottom that shows other users' comments. So other users who are actually native speakers go in and explain why it should be written the way that it should be. And sometimes students can comment and say, I made this mistake, why is this wrong? And other people will comment who are more comfortable with the language. Other people comment. So it's really user supported, but there's a lot of reading the comments often answers any questions that you have. So it's really a helpful tool for people who are motivated to learn language on their own. All right, well, I hope that if you ever want to learn your own language, you check out Duolingo for yourself. And if you are a language instructor, that you look at all of the tools Duolingo has to offer, because kids really find it to be fun. And I think it's really effective. Personally, I've used it myself, and I fully endorse it as an effective and wonderful that it's free program. Okay, thanks for watching.